Wigan.
Wigan Watch.
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 Wigan Watch. Wigan Watch.
Wigan
Watch. Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch. Wigan Watch.
Hello, welcome to Wigan Watch. It's a banking special this episode. We're going to look at all the banks around the borough and see how many are left. And after that we'll have a quick look at what's going on with the demolition of the galleries. So here we are in the Grand Arcade with our new pod that's just opened, and the question I've been asking myself is this the future of banking? Now we decided to do a video before I even knew this was a thing, because they're shutting down the one in Pemberton. So is this the future? And I thought, what's going on with banking in the Wigan area? Now when I was in Pemberton, which was there and previously the old post office. So this was the old NatWest, which is long gone, and over the road is the old Royal Bank of Scotland, which is now an old bank pub. What about the other areas within Wigan? In Lee, it's quite windy. There's an old bank there that's shut. They have got a Santander and a rather large Halifax as well. Got a Lloyd's as well. Bank now closed down, but opposite is a TSB bank which is still open. So NatWest Bank still open. Another bank says Bank Chairman's on it, which is shut down. See where the old cash machines went and the night safe and whatnot on this bank. So a quick scoot round of Lee, and we've got, to be fair, a few banking establishments. But what about Tyldesley? They have a post office which kind of counts because you can do quite a lot of banking at post offices these days. The Vets looks like it could have been a bank once, but I don't know. This definitely used to be a bank, and I can't imagine that the people who built it would ever think it would be a tattoo parlour. That over there looks like it could have been a bank at some point, maybe in NatWest, I'm not sure though. It was like that architecture. So I couldn't find a bank at Tyldesley. But what about Atherton? And here in Atherton, straight away, we've got an old, closed down NatWest Bank. Looks like a recently closed down Lloyd's Bank. Here we are at the other end of Atherton, and no banks. What about Hinley? So in Hinley, what have they got in the way of banking? Well, that's a former bank by the looks of things, but no longer a bank. So that there looks like it used to be a bank, but is no more, as is that as well. Banks used to thrive around here. That appears to be it for Hinley. Now I know Ince hasn't got anything, so what about Wigan Town Centre, where the JD is? Used to be a bank, but then they moved to where the Dixons was, but now it's closed down and it's no longer a bank. However, we've still got Santander Bank, they're still trading at the moment. And then if I spin round, we've also got Halifax and NatWest banks as well in the town centre. In Market Square, you've got that used to be a bank, although I don't remember it being a bank, but I do remember that being a bank. It was the Midland Bank and then it turned into the HSBC. However, we've still got Barclays Bank, Lloyd's Bank and Nationwide, but we have recently lost Royal Bank of Scotland. The old Court Bank was shut down many years ago is now the post office. HSB as well as the new pod. And this used to be the old TSB before it moved. So that's it for Wigan. What about Standish? So, are there any banks left in Standish? I'm not sure if that used to be one, but definitely this used to be one, but isn't anymore. We do seem to have come to the end of Standish and the chance of any banks. So it looks like there are no banks left in Standish. Now I know loads of people will say, yeah, but we all use mobile banking now and apps and things like that, and we do, to be fair, but what happens when you've got cash? It's not like Grand Theft Auto where you can pay cash in on your phone. You've got to physically go somewhere to pay the cash in, and if you want to pay it in straight away, you've got to go into a branch. Otherwise you've got to wait, because some of the ATMs actually let you take money in. However, you've got to wait for the money to be counted and checked before it goes into your account. So are pods the way forward? Well, we found out that traditional banking is, well, practically non-existent in the Wigan area. So yeah, pods must be the way forward, because there's always that moment where you need to go and talk to someone about a problem you've got with your bank or whatever, rather than hanging on the phone for 15.5 hours. And the Lloyd's Bank always seems to have a massive queue in Wigan whenever I go in, so that's a good sign, I suppose. So the NatWest one as well, which again is a good thing. So yeah, hopefully we'll keep some banking, but the buildings that we've got probably are too big for what they're being used for now, so maybe, like I said, pods are the future. And who knew? When I decided I was going to do this video, it was more on the demise of banks, not the future of banks. But there you go, what can you do? But let's have a look at some demolition. And the demolition looks like it's finished at this part. Yeah. Completely gone right down to the brick at the old Market Tavern. And the view from this side. There was a comment on the demolition of the galleries saying, what about all the asbestos that's in there? And I said they put holes in walls, and I think they were checking for asbestos. And this is an example, although it's the old bank rather than anything to do with the demolition. But that's what they do, they put holes in things and then they see what's inside. So that's it for this time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe here, and then check out the other playlists. Until next time, goodbye.
Wigan.
Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch. Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch.
Wigan Watch. Wigan Watch.